Hello friends, in today's RHCSA masterclass, we are covering one of the most important domains, operate running systems. This video is fully hands-on, command focused and designed to help you pass the RHCSA exam with confidence. Let's jump right in. So, in this domain, we are covering that topics. So let's jump to the first topic. Boot, reboot and shut down a system normally. Linux system must be shut down gracefully to avoid file system corruption, data loss, service interruptions. System to manage, shut down, reboot and power operation. Here are some key commands we can see in the terminal. Suppose if we have to shut down the system, we simply use shutdown -h now with halt system. If we have to shut down the system particular schedule time, we can simply use shutdown -h and time. If we want to shut down the system now, we can simply use reboot shutdown -r and now it is reboot our system. If we have to reboot using the system CTL, we can simply use system CTL reboot. If we have to power off the system as soon as possible, then we can use system CTL power off. And if we have to stop the CPU, we can use system CTL halt. And one of the most command, if we have to cancel the shutdown, we can simply use shutdown -c. -c. Using this command, we can cancel the shutdown. So let's move to the next session. Boot into different target manually. So system target replace traditional run levels. Each target define a specific operating environment. So there are 4 targets: graphical, multi-user, rescue, and emergency targets. Graphical target, it is used for the GUI mode. Multi-user target, it is used for the command line and networking. Rescue target, it is used for the single user mode with service. And emergency target, it is used for the minimal environment. So now I open my terminal. If we have to see the default current target, we can simply use system CTL get default. So using this command, we will get and we can check the current target. So now I am in the graphical target. If I have to set default multi-user target, I can use system CTL set default multi-user target. So using this command, we can set the multi-user target. It is for the command line interface mode with networking. Now, if we want to isolate the rescue target, like it's provide a single user environment with basic services. For that, we can use system CTL isolate rescue dot target. Using this command, we can provide the single user environment with basic service. And if we have to, if we want most minimal mode, no service, no networking, we can use system CTL isolate emergency mode. Emergency mode mostly used when the system in the panic mode. emergency.target. So I mentioned this command in the description box. So make sure if you have any problem to let me know in the comment. So let's move the another section. Interrupt boot process. Grub rescue access. This is the most important and this is the guaranteed RHCSA exam task. Resetting the root password by interrupting the boot process. Let's walk through the exact step. So in terminal, I put reboot my system. Reboot. Okay. When the grub mode is on, I press E. So now I'm in the grub menu. I have to change the line start with Linux. Don't change anything, otherwise system will not be rebooted properly. Now I have to put here rd.break. Control X for boot. So now I'm in the boot mode. So switch root. Here I have to mount the system. So mount -o remount rw for read and write slash sys mount -o remount enter. Now chmod chroot slash sysroot enter. Now I have to change the root password. So I simply use passwd root. So change password for user root. I enter the new password. Enter. So password authentication token update successfully. Now next step is touch slash dot auto relabel. Enter and reboot. I can use exit and reboot. So my system is reboot now. Press enter. If it does not reboot using the reboot -a, system will reboot automatically. So it is in process and it will take some time to open our systems. Now I am logging to my root user. Now you learn how to change the root password, and this is the very important question in the RHCSA exam. Here I provide each and every step you have to follow in your practical or hands-on lab. So next session is identify CPU memory intensive process and kill process. Linux provide tool to monitor the system performance. Top, it shows the real-time uses. If in our system htop is installed, we can use htop. PS, it is used for by sorting the memory and CPU. VM state, free -h, it shows the RAM uses. Kill, it is used for forcefully kill the PID or process. Now I open my terminal here. So using real-time monitoring, we use top command. Top is used for the real-time monitoring. Top is go through tool. It updates every second and show you CPU, memory consumption, and load average. Here you can see load average, load average, CPU, memory, and all running process. So, top section shows the system summary, update, load average, CPU break time, memory uses. This is for the CPU use. This is for memory. This is for memory. And this is for the load average. And you can see the total time of the CPU uses. So when we press P, it sorts by CPU. In the screen, if I press P, it is sorted by CPU. I enter. So the services or PIDs is sorted by CPU. If I have to sort it by memory, I can simply press N and it can be sorted by memory. You can see here, if I want to check the time or per CPU uses, I can use press 1. So here I get the per CPU uses, view per CPU uses. You can see here. Now let's move to the next command. I clear my screen. So the next command is psaux. Psaux is a when you want a short snapshot instead of real-time monitoring. Sorting by CPU uses, it helps you quickly identify the most important or most CPU intensive process. So let's sort. Sort equal to percentage CPU. Enter. Here we get the all sorting related to the CPU intensive process. PSAUX is list of all process and sort. Here you can see. Sort equal to high percentage CPU. It sort them to the descending order. The top entries are your CPU and If we combine with the grep to filter the specific service, suppose we have to filter specific service. Let's see here. See, PSAUX. What can I do? Sort. Word. So I will get the top CPU process IDs. Like you can see your root, PID, top uses of the services I can see here. Now we can see if we have to solve the memory intensive process, we can simply use sort PSAUX hyphen sort equal to minus percentage MN. Using this command, we especially useful when your system swapping or running out of RAM. So we'll see. So here I get the memory shows the percentage of RAM used. The highest entry indicate memory heavy application and useful for diagnosis, browser memory leak, Java application, containers or database. Let's check memory uses with free command. So free-h. Using this command, we view total use and available memory, shared, caching, available memory in human readable format. Memory is for the RAM uses. Swap, it is for the swap memory. And available memory, it shows the memory available for new application. And hyphen H, it is used for the readable MB or GB. Now, we will learn VM state. Using VM state L, VM state, one for system-wide performance. VM state gives you a low-level view of system performance. Running with its 1 second interval, it shows CPU uses, memory input output, and process activity. So here we can see the R, it is for the running process. And SI, it is for the swap in, swap out. BI and BO, it is for the disk input output. And here US, SY, ID, WA, it is for the CPU breakdown. And B, it is for the block process. If we WA is input output weight is high, the disk is bottleneck, and SISO is high, then memory pressure is high. Now in this session, we learn top, PS, free or VM state. This command is used for quickly identify the CPU or memory bottleneck and take action before they impact our system performance. Let's move to the next session. The next part is adjust the process scheduling, nice and renice values. Nice value is control the CPU priority. The lower value means higher priority. This allows you to manage how CPU time and process receive, especially when running heavy tasks on busy systems. Now I open my terminal. So nice hyphen 9 table hyphen CZL. So you can see here using this command, nice is assigned a priority. A higher nice value means the process is less important. So it received less CPU time. Nice set to the initial priority of the process. Nice value range is -20 to +19. -20 means highest priority and +19 means lowest priority. Here, -9, -n10, it is used for the lower priority, useful when running heavy tasks like backup, compression, and large copies. Now, we can see how to adjust the priority of running process with renice. Renice -n 5 is for priority 1 PID. So PID 1, old priority is 0. Now new priority is 5. So adjust the priority of the process that's already running. We can use renice. Lowering the nice value increase the process priority. Renice modify the priority of existing process. -p, it is used for target PID number. And -n, it raised the priority because negative value equal to higher priority. This is useful when a critical service needs more CPU. A background job is running too slowly and you want to reduce lag on busy systems. Now we will see how to verify the nice value with PS. PS hyphen O. PID is 1. PID. Nice. And CND. Let's enter. So here we get the PID, nice value, and CMD. So CMD is a command, PID, nice value, and command. This make it easy to confirm that your renice command work or not. So if nice shows -5, then the process with higher priority. PID 5 shows 20. Now, the nice when starting the process and renice to adjust the priority of running process. This give you the fine grain to control over CPU and scheduling the help keep the system responsive. Let's move to the next session. The another section is manage twinning profile, twin add-on. Twin optimize the system performance based on workload. Virtual guest is recommended for virtual machine. Twin optimize the performance based on workload. I open my terminal. So, yeah. See the list or view all available twinning profile on my system or your system, you can use twin -enter. Please. You can use this command to see and view all available twinning profile on your system. These profiles are pre-configured set of performance optimization. Balance is default and general purpose. Virtual guest, it is for the optimize for virtual machine. Virtual host, it is for to optimize for hypervisor. And throughout performance, it is for to boost input output CPU throughout. Latency performance, it is for to reduce the latency of critical app. And power save, it is used for reduce the power usage. Now, if we have to check the active profiles, then we can use wind -error active. So, current active profile is virtual guest. Use twin add-up active to see which profile is currently applied. This helps to verify your system twinning state. Now you can see this output. Now, if we have to getting a recommended profile, then we can use twin add-up recommend. So, recommended profile is virtual guest. To see best profile for your system, Twin analyze your hardware and workload before suggesting the profile. Here, I get virtual guest because virtual machine benefit from optimize the CPU schedule, disk input output twinning, and reduce the overhead. So, how to apply the profile? So, twin add up profile virtual guest. Using these commands, we can apply the profile. To apply the profile, we can use these commands. This immediately adjusts system parameter without requiring a reboot. If we see now active process, now it's virtual guest. So use twin atom recommend to find the best profile for your system. Virtual machine is typically use virtual guest profile. Twin make performance optimization simple and consistent across enterprise environment. Let's move to the next part. Locate and interpret the system log and journal. So Linux user use RHCSA and Journalctl for login and understanding the log is essential for troubleshooting, security monitoring, and performance analysis. So now I open my screen. So when I put ls/var/log, here most traditional logs are stored in /var/log. These are plain text file managed by the RSys log. Here, the most common files include message, it's for the general system log, secure for authentication, sudo and SSH, boot.log, it is used for boot process, cron, it is used for schedule the job, mail log, it is used for mail server log. If we have to view the system message, we can use var log message. If we want to view the cron logs, then we can use cat/var/log/cron. Enter. Here I get the cat cron related jobs. So cat and tail-f, it is used for view the system message. This is useful for quick check on hardware events, system failure, service failure, or kernel warning. Now, if we have use Journalctl, Using Journalctl systemd general. So using this command, we will get the logs that store in the binary format. Journalctl is the main tool for reading this log. Journalctl shows the system log, service log, kernel log, boot log, and time-based log. You can see here. Now, if we have to view the log for specific service, we can use Journalctl hyphen this SSH. Using these commands, we can see the log related to the SSHD service. To view the log for specific file or service, this is the extremely helpful when troubleshooting SSH, Apache, NEC, systemd managed service. If we have the filtering the error level logs, we can use Journalctl -p error. So, using this command, we will filter the error log and this helps you to quickly identify the critical issue without scrolling through thousands of lines. The priority level include emerge, alert, critique, error, warning, notice, info, and debug. Now, if we have to view the log from a time range, then we can simply use Journalctl -since 1 hour ago. So I will get the 1 hour slog. So use the time filter to narrow down logs. This is helpful when an issue happened recently and you want to isolate the event. So this is very essential command you can use for quick finding or recently happened issues. Now, if we have to view the log from current boot, we can simply use Journalctl -v. Here we get the log from current boot. This is especially helpful after crash or reboot. In this session, we will learn Journalctl-u service name to view the log for specific service and Journalctl-p error to filter the error level log. Mastering the system logs is one of the most important skills for Linux troubleshooting and cybersecurity. So here you get where the common file store and Journalctl store the log in the binary file format and use the filters for faster troubleshooting. Now let's move to the next session. Preserve system generals. Here we can learn. By default, Journalctl uses violate storage, persistent storage, keep log across reboot, useful for auditing and troubleshooting. Now I open my terminal. So for this, if we have the Journalctl configuration, we can go to the win/etc/systemd configuration. This is the configuration file. This is where we enable the persistent logging. If we have go inside here, if I have to set the storage persistent. Then I can use here storage equal to persistent. I just remove the hash and set as a persistent. If we want to compress equal to S, we just have to remove or uncomment and change it to S. Now I save my file using :wq exclamation. This tells Journalctl to store log under /log general, which survive reboot. If we have to restart the Journalctl, we can simply use systemctl restart systemd here. System. So now the system Journalctl is restart. Restart the Journalctl to apply the changes to immediately switch login from void memory to persistent storage. To verify the persistent storage, we will see ls/var/log/general. Enter. Here we get the persistent login is enabled and see the directory. Machine ID. This is the machine ID. This confirm Journalctl is now writing the log to disk. Persistent logs survive reboot and are essential for auditing, incident response, and long-term troubleshooting. Enable persistent Journalctl storage. Ensure your system keeps a complete history of event. The next part is start, stop, enable, disable the network service. System managed service such as SSH, HTTPD, and firewalling. Knowing how to start, stop, enable, and check the service status is essential for Linux administrator. So let's open the terminal here. If we have to check the status of the SSHD service, we can simply use systemctl status SSHD. So it is inactive and dead. If we want to start the service, we can use systemctl start SSHD service. Now we can check the status. Now it's active and running. If we want to stop the service, we can use systemctl stop SSHD. So using this command, we can stop the service again. So systemctl enable SSHD. Enable is used for enable to start service automatically at boot. Systemctl enable SSHD. It is used for service automatically start at boot to ensure critical service like SSH, HTTPD, and firewalling are always available after the restart. Now, if we want to disable the service at boot, we can use systemctl disable and service name. Now, using this command, the disable is prevent the service from starting automatically. This is useful when a service is no longer needed or should only run manually. So, for checking the service status, we are as already see systemctl status SSHD. So, in this session, we learn how to enable to start the service automatically at boot. and use the status to view log, active state, and recent events. Mastering system D service management is essential for controlling the network service on Linux. Let's move to the next session. Here we learn how to secure transfer the file between the systems. For secure file transfer, use SSH. And let's compare SCP and Rsync. Both tools encrypt the data during the transfer and making them safe for moving the file across the system. So, if we have to share the file through SCP, I just my IP. Okay, SCP file root at the rate dot 2/10. Here I ask the password. I can change the file name. So the file is transferred successfully 100%. So use the SCP for simple one time transfer. It is securely copy the file over SSH without needing extra configuration. SCP is a secured copy. Work like CP but over SSH. Good for quick transfer. It is required the username and the remote host. Now, if we have to copy the directory, we can use SCP, SCP-R dot root at the rate my IP /var. Using this command, we copy the directory recursively. This is useful for moving the website file configuration and project folder. -R, it is used for the recursive. Copy all the file and subdirectory. Now, we will see how to use Rsync for faster transfer. Use Rsync -A we say -E SSH media. Using Rsync, I sync my file or directory. So you can see the file is sent to the file 1 is sent to the 10 file 1 and file 4. So sending increment file list. So here use Rsync for large and repeated transfer. It is faster and more efficient. Rsync only copy difference, saving time and bandwidth. Here -A it is for the archive mode, permissive permissions, ownership and timestamp. V it is for verbose. X or -Z it is for the compression. E it is for to use the SSH for secure transfer. Rsync is better because it is incremental, synchronization, faster for large directories, ideal for backup and great repeated transfer. In this session, we will learn SCP for simple transfer, use Rsync for large or repetitive transfer. It is faster and more efficient. Both tools rely on SSH. Ensure secure file movement between the systems. This is our complete RHCSA operate running system module. Practice each command until become a memory is stronger. The RHCSA exam is fully hands-on. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe and check out my next module in the RHCSA series. Thank you so much.